We don't believe in a lens arms race. What we do believe is looking at the technology to achieve the end goal. With the end goal being that amazing photograph, we look at all sorts of different routes to achieving that. In this instance, we're combining 4 different cameras together to build that Leica quad camera system. But it doesn't mean that we're just in a race to get 5, 6, 7. It's whatever we need to put in to get that amazing photograph at the end. A super spectrum sensor is very different to everything that's been done in the past. However, photography is still based on physics, it's based on light. Light gives us the image information to see. So the more light that we can absorb, the better quality the image at the end of that process. So we start with more light from using the super spectrum sensor. The end product is clearer, is crisper, is more vibrant, is more beautiful, and ultimately a much, much better photograph.
I think it's hard for anyone to make a statement of intent at this point. I think we all know that most phones kind of look the same. Many of them kind of do the same thing. And so where you are making your statement of intent is in these sort of odd features like the camera, or perhaps, how long the battery life lasts. But, in terms of major design changes, hard for anyone to really move the needle. So I think what Huawei is doing quite sensibly is, really selling itself on the camera technology, sort of really making itself stand out from the competitors in that way. Whether it's a major break from the past, no, I don't think so. I think it's just selling that story of, we're really, really good at letting you take pictures of stuff. And I think they've done that again with this device. It's really impressive what Huawei has achieved in Europe, especially. It's really broadened out from its core Asian market, and now it's a pretty popular handset maker in Europe. And I think people as yet don't really associate Huawei the phone maker with Huawei the telecommunications kit provider. It's managed to keep those 2 stories separate, and not being in the US doesn't seem to have been a great hindrance. We don't know how that may have impacted its core finances as yet, but it seems like the story around Huawei the devices does seem to be quite separate from the bigger and problematic geopolitical situation.